Welcome, everyone. I hope we're all having a pleasant day. Um, I apologize for not being on last night, but yeah, migraines suck, for lack of a better word. It felt like my head was trying to break apart, and it ended up being like that for most of today too. So, got to put them underneath the desk. We are ready to go. Okay. So let's. Hmm. Ooh. Okay. So I know what I'm doing for her skirt. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for her hair. Okay. I have. We're getting this shit done. We are going to use a little bit of the Purple Lake ink. We're going to go over that first. Then what we're going to do is we're going to hit all of the stuff that I haven't done in white. Let's do this so I don't feel like I'm yelling. I need to get some bigger wired headphones. My head is just a little bit too big for these. Hold on. Go. Come on. Yeah, so it's about as good as it's getting. Okay. Ooh, I have to make sure that link is correct for the podcast. So just a couple of drops of the purple. Back. And I'm sticking with inks right now because I don't want to clean my. I don't want to deal with my wet palette. I'm being very lazy. There. Gotta fill up my water. There we go. That's better. Alrighty. Let's. I need to see something. Pardon me. What sort of a delay is that on? Okay, there we go. There we go. Just. I really need to get back into the Heroes on Discord so that I can like share pictures of this because this is where I got this. That's where I got this this one from. Just getting very depressed. Hey, made it kind of wavy. Saying, I, hey, today, I believe in fate. Angle this properly so it's not too spicy. I have to remember when I share these, like if I end up sharing it in JT's channel, to angle it such that it's not too spicy for him to show on Friday. Because, like, as it stands, I have to make sure I angle it as such while I'm painting it so it's not too spicy for my channel. According to the Twitch rules. I only actually needed 1 drop of ink. That is one of the things that I really like about using inks. You really only need like a drop at a time. Ah, shit. Damn it. Of me, I'm secret enemy. I'll have to figure something out for that. Whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Okay, so do I want to do Payne's Gray or do I want to? No, I want to do black because that'll be a little bit more contrasty. That's kind of what I want to go for. So we're going to use that one. We're just going to dip in the middle of it. Composure, my life is over. Anything, it wouldn't matter anyway. Cause I'm useless. I didn't want to put anyone through this. Ooh, actually, we're gonna use a little bit more purple first. Uh, shit, I should have done that white. No, we're not gonna do purple for that. We're gonna do something else for that one. Put me first. All I did was make it worse. To say away unless you want to break. Oh, I can't escape. I am cursed inside this cage. And this I have to finish. This I have to finish before I can start on the mechs that I got for Giftmas this year. So that's kind of why I'm going ham on her. So yes, I am still a painting channel for the most part. Um, yeah, it's gonna look right. That's what I want. Stupid angles. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want. We've finally done it, Ma. What I'm gonna do, since I have but since I have an empty ink bottle, we're gonna utilize this. A little bit in the bottom, but that's okay. First, I need a pokey. I need a pokey! Where is pokey? Yeah. Need to make sure that this. You are going to set there for a moment. We're going to take. That much titanium white. And then we're going to put in a little bit of this here transparent raw umber. Essentially, what I'm trying to do here is I want to make a basic wood slash leather base. Yes, I use the same base for both, basically. gonna do 2 on this. Ooh. Back over here, I'm gonna throw you over that way. Give you a mustache ride on Bert, which will hopefully mix that up nicely for me. How's that look? That's about where I want. Perfect. Just give this a normal shaky shake as well. For a century with hatred and with scorn. Coming as you might or keep on running, cause she's slain the gods before. Yeah, we'll do this. There's been brown used in here, so if it does reactivate, it won't be so bad. There we go. That's what I want. Making God, I'm just gonna hunt you down. A crying better song. No later of the night, tell the tales of a frightful ghost of the future days. And of violent ways. Still gonna have to do a couple of layers on this rather than just one, but that's fine. This time. Take her to. She has. One time waits for you. Power of their own making. In a dream, tormented. God, I'm just gonna hunt you down. Not too worried about even coverage on this because this is just like the base. I'll be a little bit more picky about the coverage when I do the next layer once this is dried. Okay, let's get that sumbitch there. Top of the broomstick. That way. Should be good. Now let's do the bristles. Actually, I want a bigger brush for this. And I'm probably going to need a little bit more of that. So let's... You chill out there because you need to get cleaned. One. One. Two. That's a one. There's a one. I might even just do a couple layers of this on here. Honestly, what I should have done is I should have painted these separately and did the witch and broom as one piece and the base as its own piece and then glued it together. That would have been smarter. So I have to decide what I want to do for boots. I was thinking just doing them black, just to make it easier on me. But now I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do a couple of layers of this because this actually works really well as like a straw. If I really, 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 really want to, what I can do is I can either ramp up the transparency on like the raw umber and then use that as kind of like a wash to add just a little bit of like subtle definition. Which that's actually a thing I might do. Thinking about it. It would not be all that difficult to do, to be 100% honest. And it would actually have a really cool effect. So there's that, there's that. Do I want to band? No. I'm gonna do the band. I'm gonna use Napalm Crimson for that. Jerky! Thank you very much for that resub. 29 months. I appreciate you. That's almost 2.5 years. Next month, that'll be 2.5 years. You, senor, are the best. And how's the Sharky doing today? Which cup do I want to use? I'll use this one. There's almost nothing that has been used in it. Yeah, no worries. Toast is a very important thing to think about. Like, what you're going to put on toast. I'm assuming in your case it's something like Marmite or something weird and Australian. I kid, I kid. That's valid. That's valid. Ooh, actually, that reminds me. I might have that after stream. So I have a toaster oven, and what I like to do is I like to take cheese, either like cheese that I cut from a block or otherwise like actual cheese, not the like fake unwrappable craft bullshit. Um, but one of the things that I like to do is I like to, before I put the toast in the toaster oven, I'll put the cheese on it and then like melt it as I'm toasting the bread. And that's how I usually do like my grilled cheese sandwiches. Fucking tasty. And then that way you can do grilled cheese even if you don't have butter. And don't even get me started on that whole using mayo for grilled cheese rather than butter thing, because that just seems weird. Shouldn't have done 2 drops. Yeah, apparently some people it says that it crisps up the toast better, like crisps it up better and browns it nicer, which I can see it because like mayonnaise is an egg product. So like it seems valid. I just would never do it. Like if I want mayo on something, I want the mayo to be cold. At least when it goes on the thing that I'm putting the mayo on, if that makes sense. Well, no, they're not wrong for what it does because it does do that. Like that is a like that's one of the things that like when you're baking stuff, if you want it to get like golden brown and stuff like that, using egg whites, which is primarily what mayonnaise is made out of. Like if you brush egg whites on like say you're baking bread or something like that. One of the things that they suggest doing is brushing egg whites over top or egg yolks as well. Egg whites for people who don't want to add extra fat. But it's primarily egg whites, and you'll brush that over top, and it will like kind of brown it up a little bit more, um, due to the egg cooking. So like I can see with that perspective, from that perspective, I can see why people would do that. and why it would work. That being said, again, I reiterate, if I'm putting mayo on something, it's going on as part of the toppings for the thing. So I'm spreading mayo on the toast after it's been toasted and before I put my other toppings on. But I reiterate, mayo instead of butter for grilled cheese is nope for me. Damie Dawson and his crew. The dead white bones of Damie Dawson and his crew. Okay, so we are going to do. Let's go with. Let's go with this. And I still have to figure out what I'm gonna do the what color I'm gonna do the spell book, and I have to figure out what color I'm gonna do her hair. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna use the Dale Rowney Scarlet, which is it goes on as an orange. I think that will look cool. Um, so we're gonna use this one first because this is gonna be for the leather. Yeah, that can be rather tricky. What I like to do if I'm doing something like that, like if I'm trying to infuse butter, a good way to keep from A, clarifying it if that's not what you want, or B, overcooking it, is to do like a double boiler. So, or bain marie, as the fancy cooks call it. So what you'll do is you'll get a pot going with just water in it. Then you'll get your container that you're gonna cook, a smaller container that can fit inside of it. I like to use mason jars. Um, so basically, you put your butter in, you put your herbs and spices in, and stuff like that. You put that in your double boiler, let it melt, and leave it sit there for a little bit. Um, what that's gonna do is that's gonna keep the butter from getting over 100 degrees Celsius. Like basically at that point, the hottest that your butter can get is the boiling temperature of water. Which will help keep it from burning. It's also really good. I know this isn't something that's in your wheelhouse necessarily, but it's also something good to do if you are making pot butter for edibles. There we go. That works. So now what we're going to do for the wood part. You. Instead of using the sepia, like I did with the leather. We're going to go with a slightly different brown and use the transparent raw umber for all of the stuff that's supposed to be wood. Such as the broom handle. But yeah, using a Baie Marie is that solves a lot of those burning problems, especially if you're like trying to infuse like oil or butter with something else. Yep, we're gonna go with the one. Is this? Hey there, Keenan. How are you doing? Not too bad. Kind of kicking myself for not being live last night, but when I got like basically while I was on my way home from work, a migraine started, and it kept going until about 8 o'clock tonight, like 8 p.m. That was fun. Um, I've been playing a lot of WoW recently, both retail and classic. And right now, I'm painting a slightly spicy mini that had been chosen a while ago as a pick a mini mini. I mean, I can do both. Oh, is it worse than it was before? How'd they fuck things up now? I ask because I have not used the Twitch app ever since I got my Chromebook because I have not needed to use the Twitch app because Chromebook is where chat lives. Also, keep in mind if you think you see something that looks like Nip, you didn't. Exactly. It's like when you're watching anime and, they show a bath scene and all you see is the shape but no definition. Speaking of anime, okay, so I have to say this to somebody. Honestly, I don't even think any sort of definition on this mini is like detailed enough to see at the distance that I'm painting it at. It would have to be zoomed in and focused on. So, but as I was saying, so I a couple of months ago got subscribed to High Dive because there are anime on High Dive that they don't have on Crunchyroll. Um, and there is a new anime series out called Behe Neko. I don't know if any of you have High Dive, but that looks like it's going to be a pretty fucked up series. Like, dude gets reincarnate. Knight dies, gets reincarnated as a behemoth that looks like a small kitten. Gets taken in by an elf chick who has more than cat mom affections for said cat. I think is the safest way to put that. What we're gonna do? Airbrush medium. Bust out the secret sauce. I'm also making sure, getting back to the whole model thing, I'm also making sure I angle this to show as little as possible, just in case. Paintwater, welcome in. How are you doing, monsieur? How is stream? Raiders, how are you doing? Anybody who might not have been here before, I am Magical Hack. I paint minis, I talk shit. It's still Wednesday for me, Paintwater. I really need to fix that. That should be automatically shouting people out. Go ram it. Um, but anyway, Paintwater, how's your stream? What all did you get up to? That, and that's probably going to be the last layer of that I quickly put on. Ooh, very nice. I actually had somebody recently message me about Trench Crusade. guy I used to hang out with when I was back out in BC, like messaged me out of the blue. He's like, "Have you heard of French Crusade?" I'm like, "I have. It looks interesting. I just haven't like taken the plunge to get any of the minis for it." Apparently, it's minis agnostic as well. Like you don't have to use the Trench Crusade minis. Apparently, which is kind of cool. Hey there, Tech Bro. How's you doing? How's things? Even that, honestly, for me, is a big two thumbs up. Yes, I am currently painting a witch. Oh, nice. I should look into Trench Crusade and see what all of the factions look like. Because like playing the game or not, if I'm gonna paint up some Trench Crusade minis, I don't know if I want to like go the church goer route. Like if I can build an army of like the demons or whatever, I 100% would go for that because that would be well within my wheelhouse. Even though the rest of like the whole game is grimdark turned up to 12 based on everything I've seen. But yes, I am painting a witch. She's a slightly spicy witch, so I'm trying to pardon me pick and choose exactly what is shown. And once she's done, I'm actually going to be painting up some battle mechs because I have like 15 battle mechs to. Oh, it is. Oh, that's just that's all about a good time then. Yeah, the only thing that has like kind of kept me from looking more into Trench Crusade is the very like Judeo-Christian overtones in the game itself. Like it looks awesome. The miniatures are fucking beautiful. The lore is pretty fucking cool. The As weird as it is, the religious angle is kind of what throws me off. Oh, I can with the official Trench Crusade minis. More, thank you very much for the follow. With the official minis, I can 100% see that. Like, there's a dude that has one of them that I remember seeing was a dude that has a bunch of hands nailed to his shield, and he's one of the good guys. Like, I can, I definitely picked that up whilst looking at the minis when they were first like when it was first being talked about on the shithole that is Twitter. The crushing on you till the day you die. I'll be inside you and so much more. Done this before, you were running through my mind since you crawled out of the floor. 1 second in my arms, I'll be running through yours. I mean, we have people like that in the real world. They're called Trump voters. Oh yeah, this 100% is not necessarily a very conservative friendly zone. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. Heaven sit down has melted through. I would go through hell for you. I would go through hell for you. Well, exactly. And like considering my chosen well, considering my pronouns are he they rather than not having any pronouns that I would prefer people use. They don't like me. Can tell my way to your heart. Can tell my way to your heart. Ooh. That great. That actually almost comes out close to an Auburn. I like that. Yeah, but I mean, like, at the same time, when somebody is, talking about, say, something that you've done or painted, and they're not necessarily like. So, my thing with that is it's linguistically, to me, it sounds really weird when in a conversation, especially when you know the person that's being spoken about, using their name over and over and over and over again. Like, rather than saying, "Hey, I was in Tech Bro's channel the other day, and I saw Tech Bro building the zombie," rather than which that sounds weird. Rather than, "Hey, I was in Tech Bro's channel the other day, and I saw him building a Sasabi." You know what I mean? Like, pronouns are a natural part of speech. Those are generally the only time that, at least with me, if it would get used. So, hmm. Mm, okay. So, really. Okay, so here's the way I look at it. If somebody comes up to me and says, or like if I'm talking to somebody and they say, "Hey, I would, my pronouns are they them." Whatever. Cool, that's what your pronouns are. That's what I will use when I refer to you. Just like in real life or online. Like I don't change the way I act between the two. Because like here's the thing, if somebody wants you to use specific pronouns for them, it doesn't hurt you to do so. Like I've had a few people ask me to use specific pronouns for them. Like it's it's more like, but I mean at the same time too, it is a situation like it is a lot more rare that I run across it in my day-to-day life. But that being said, I don't really deal with people outside of work for the most part during my day-to-day life. I show speed. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. Where did I recognize that from? Leroy, hey, how's things? Not too bad. I'm doing better today than I was yesterday. Well, I'm doing better now than I was yesterday and earlier today. Um, Migraines suck ass. Two. Two earlier. Are you the two? You're the two. And now I'm finishing up a witch that I'd started painting a couple of weeks ago. Neat. Uh, Migraines suck. Um, if you've ever had like a hangover headache, imagine that times about 20 at the very least. Um, like with me, where they're generally located is behind my eyes, so it basically interesting. I'm sure that'll probably also like even out after your body gets used to the diet as well, because like you've been on it only for like 3 days, well, 2 full days. So like I can see that like um so it kind of light exacerbates it. And it feels like my eyeball is trying to force its way out of my skull. I'm like, that's fair. But I mean, now you know, and knowing's half the battle. That's fair. But yeah, like when nice. Yeah, with stuff like that, it's usually a bad idea to go full hog right off the jump. Um, because the human body, while adaptable, is not necessarily generally too fond of like huge changes all at once. Yeah, that's a thing too. Well, I mean, you could always like use Google and find more. No doubt. I mean, like too with stuff like that, you have to find recipes for stuff that you would like that you would want to eat too. Because like there are plenty of recipes out there, but like there's a lot of recipes that I wouldn't even touch just because like they're not the sort of thing that I would want to make or eat. And that too, yeah. Want an apology. Ooh, that actually doesn't sound too bad. Oh yeah, keto is the one that's like no grains, but everything else. Well, I mean, yeah, I can definitely see how that would be difficult because there's sugar and carbs in a lot of different things. Banana Bread is the Shiznit. Yeah, and like that's actually really really good because like avocado is really good. It's a really good source of like fats and stuff like that, and maybe protein as well. I can't remember. Um, oh fuck, I hate white bread. Like I have not eaten white bread of my own volition for at least 2 decades. Whole wheat or multigrain or bust. I need to check something. 18 Okay, so let's go with the boots. I need to figure out what I want to paint. Ah, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do them black. Oh no. No, 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 no. I'm gonna do them Payne's Gray. Yeah. Actually, amusingly enough, I have like 3 different small scales kicking around my apartment. Unfortunately, I only know where 2 of them are. Though I didn't necessarily get them for food originally. But one of them I originally actually got for food. That's the one that lives in my kitchen. Oh, I have one of those too. That lives in my bathroom. I refuse to step on it for the most time though. Because I'm scrawny as fuck. I weigh less than that. Actually, I think I'm under. Actually, hold on. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Hit that button for a minute. Ow. Yes. 6305. 63.05 kilos. Actually, I'll say 62 because I'm like fully clothed at the moment. Also, I'm 5'9". Just to kind of give an idea about how scrawny I actually am. I know more than a few people who could very easily bench press me. Yeah, ginger does have a nice bite to it. Ooh, speaking of, I think the next time I go shopping, I need to get myself a case of ginger beer. I haven't gotten myself a bunch of that in like ages. For anybody who may not have had ginger beer, think root beer, but with ginger instead of the root that they make root beer out of. Well, maybe for you, it doesn't have too much sugar. It wouldn't surprise me if there was. You may have to like hunt for it, but actually, hold on. Go catch it, Google. We- Yeah, I ginger juice. Yeah, I'm seeing there are a few options for ginger beer, so like either reduced sugar or no sugar ginger beer. So yeah, it is out there. The small part of me wants to see if there is a way to like DIY some ginger beer. I think that would be tasty. Okay, so I just have the book, metal bit, which I'll do now. Now we're going to use this one. I just need to make sure I give it a good mustache ride on Bert. So cool. Thinking about it, my cat weighs almost a third of my weight. Yes, my cat weighs nearly 20 kilos. She's a big old chonker. Fucking, she only gets, I think, 2/3 of a cup of food per day. I give her a third of a cup in the morning and a third of a cup at night before, like, basically at, like, 12:30, 1 o'clock when I get home. It is definitely, well, it's not too much kibble anymore. Not regularly. It's usually dry. I give her like a wet food as like a treat. The issue with that is I don't have the money to feed my cat mostly wet food. Oh, mine does. Mine 100% does. She will use her water dish as a fucking pillow. I shit you not. If my kitchen floor was cleaner, I would take pictures of this and put it on my Discord. Fucking ridiculous. This. I'm gonna package it up and go there for now. I want this one. Using the synthetic brush. That should be enough. Like, and I even tried giving her like wet food daily and just leaving dry food out for her to snack on, and she gained so much more weight that way. Like when I went in to get her fixed, fucking the vet basically straight up told me that she was overweight. But what's funny about it is like the bulk fucking it doesn't feel like fat. Like it doesn't feel squishy. Yeah, I've had situations like that happen with Trouble when I was living with other people who had like their own cats. There was actually one point in time where I had to like keep my bedroom door closed with her food inside of it, otherwise the other cats in the apartment would like come to eat it. Which that was something that extremely bugged me. That's fair. I don't know. I don't know where I would be right now without Trouble, to be 100% honest. Um, she has been there to help me out through a lot of times that where I really needed help. Like, more so even than a lot of the people that I know. So, there's that. Aphonic Scott, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a great night. Really, other than uh while I'm on Twitch or people on, well, yeah, other than when I'm at work, occasionally, and when I'm on Twitch/Discord, Trouble is really the only one that I have to talk to. Really? Oh, yeah. Facebook's advertising model is complete and utter crap. But it has always been complete and utter crap. Like, their ads don't work for shit. I tried them for a while I was doing, like, when I started doing, like, commissions and stuff like that. Oh, exactly. Gotta feed the house hippos, Scott. Though, I'll be honest, to be fair, I haven't used Facebook for, like, very often for quite a while. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the red. Well, to be fair, social media sites shouldn't be selling user information. Like, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Well, I mean, that's basically what social media is. Yeah, that's fair. With me, like, honestly, it sucks because there's no, like, Twitch meetups that happen locally for me. So it kind of sucks because, like, I don't have that as an outlet. Because I don't live in a big enough city. Yeah, unfortunately, I generally don't have the budget to travel. Actually, let's go. Yeah, I would have to go to either Toronto or Ottawa. Toronto would be the closest. Like, I could potentially. Well, like that's the thing. It would be like a 2 hour bus ride, but I haven't used any of the bus services since Greyhound shut its doors and smaller ones decided to open up shop. So I don't know how much I can trust them. As bad as that is to say. Mm. Oh, yeah, that's what I need that for. And like for that, like for going to Toronto from where I am now, it's basically I would just have to make sure I have either talk to some people I know there to like give me a couch for a night or two, or save up for like a hotel room. But I mean, that's also how it goes. Like with anything, especially when you're a socially awkward fool like me. Oh fuck! I wish I had the cash to drop on a flight to Japan. Like that would be like that. I would have to like save up a massive amount of coin for, and I would have to teach myself Japanese. I mean, that is one way to do it. 3 for this one. Neat. See, that's one of the things that I would like to experience outside of Canada at some point. Because like hostels here in Canada, from my experience, are all terrible and they're only run by Christian organizations. Scuff as in shitty UI, or scuff as in like no community using it, or scuffed as in like it they sell all of your information to third parties because they're jerk faces. That's another place I would go if I had the coin. But that's simply because like there's a couple of people who've been members of the community who are from the Netherlands, so some people don't like to use video. I mean, hell, I don't use video when I'm live, other than for what my hands are doing. That's fair. That's all good. Hell, there are times where I can't talk properly. Even though, I do this on the regular, this being streaming. BlenderCon. Oh, for like Blender users? Neat. I am kind of curious where they're going to have Gamescom Canada this year if they're doing a third one. Yeah, that's fair. It's pretty common for a lot of people to use, at least as far as like hobbyists and stuff like that. Hell, even some people who make stuff for money. Hey there, three geese in a trench coat. How you doing? That is an awesome name, by the way. That's fair. I mean, that's something that would be kind of hard to have like an artist's alley. And I'm sorry to hear that your back hurts, Three Geese. That sounds like a plan. Because coffee is love, coffee is life. Speaking of coffee, I should probably get some more of that for myself. So I should say, for anybody who is new around here, as you can all tell, my name is Magical Hack. I paint miniatures, I talk shit, I play video games, um, and I do TTRPGs on the weekend. I'm also very unrepentantly Canadian. Oh, speaking of sore back, my back is actually kind of sore as well. Oh, that broke. Damn it. Yeah, quite probably. I'm always down for people raiding in when I'm doing TTRPGs. So my normal MechWarrior Destiny campaign is every Saturday night, and then the last Sunday, that's fine. I am 100. I 100% appreciate raids of any size. Yeah, I can see that. Just like I appreciate lurkers at any and all times. That does not go in that one. That one goes in there. Okay. So I think this is probably about done for the evening. I have a couple more things I need to do, and I need to go over a couple of things just to make sure everything looks right. Like I need to do the book. Um, I need to do the eye, and that will be about it. So tomorrow, yeah, on occasion. Oh, yep, treats for the pudding. Yes, yes, I will get treats for the puddums. So I'm gonna hit that button there. Once now. Come on. Hey, Miss Chunky Butt. Treat the first. And treat the second. You can get it. There you go. Good girl. Here's my good girl. Oh, yes.
Okay, so we're gonna deal with that. So I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out. Whether you've been chatting, whether you've been lurking, I definitely appreciate you all being in chat. What I'm gonna do right now is